Hello, my children. It is me. I am Broke Jesus. I worship the God of Hot Pockets above, and I preach the word of ramen. And today, I want to talk to you guys about a certain section of the free-to-play community. Now, granted, I'm not generalizing all free-to-plays. It's a small, very vocal crowd that content creators tend to run into, and the inspiration behind this video is MTash had a video a couple days ago that I watched on stream yesterday, actually, about how people don't really consider him free to play anymore because he keeps getting really lucky. And it's more so this whole thing with free to play having this apparently free to play club card that other free to play can remove at any time. Like I said, it's not all free to play, it's a section of it because there's this stigma that goes along with being lucky or being a whale. There's this negative connotation to it, and they call people whale whenever they have too high level of artifacts. They have the signature weapon, they have all this stuff, so I'm going to talk about that today. Basically, what it is there is a lot of people out there, and I ran into this too whenever I would do free-to-play showcases, back whenever I had to actually convince people that Black Cliff pole armor is free-to-play, that yes, you can in fact save up 25 Masterless Star Glitter, or Star Glitter, whatever it's called, the purple good stuff, and you can grab one of those weapons, rather than grabbing 5 wishes that get you nothing but the bait clubs. You can do that free-to-play. I had to convince people of that back in the day. There are these people that basically are these free-to-play players, and they have like access to the golden free-to-play club card that they will revoke at any moment whenever you get too lucky, or whenever you get the best in slot weapon for that character, the 5-star weapon. You get a 5-star R1 weapon that's no longer free to play. They want the YouTubers and they want the players, they want anybody that considers themselves free to play to be using a 4-star craftable weapon, level 6 talents. They don't want somebody to have a better unit than them. They want to see people succeed with a worse unit than they have. And to me, that's kind of so disingenuous, because there are so many legitimate looks that you can give somebody that represent an accurate free-to-play situation. To me, there's zero difference between somebody who rides the Welkin and Battle Pass versus somebody who's free-to-play, outside of the obvious massive resource difference you get from the Battle Pass. So the person that uses Battle Pass might have more units built up, but we're almost a year into the game now, so there's no difference between a free-to-play who saves for a C0 Raiden and has C0 Raiden R5 catch, and somebody that spent $200 to get that C0 Raiden and has a C0 Raiden R5 catch. They're both the exact same Raiden. They're both just dependent on luck for artifacts. They're both just hoping to get lucky, and there really is no difference between the two. So if you're debating whether, like, the difference between somebody that C0s every single unit in the game and C0s and free-to-plays that can only get 1 unit every now and then, the difference between those two people is virtually none outside of possible team counts in my eyes. Now granted, this might be solely because I'm just a giant Giga Whale, and for me you need to have thousands of dollars to actually have an advantage in the game, but there's really no difference. You're doing virtually the exact same thing. It's just all about team comps, where free-to-play have to be more targeted with their summons for who they want. Now, that also being said, there are free-to-play who don't have free-to-play accounts anymore, where they have multiple constellations on some 5-stars. Some of them I've seen free-to-plays with C6 5-stars at this point because they've been saving for so long. You're not free to play at that point. I'm sorry, you're just not. At that point, you have access to whale tier damage, and you're dealing whale tier damage. So I just want to point this out, that there's this negative side of the community that always wants you to have level 6 talents, craftable 4-star weapons, and all this stuff, and put you in as bad situation just because they're jealous that they didn't have as good RNG as you did, even though you're free to play as well. That's basically the video. That's the situation. And now that I gave my take on it, my super spicy hot take, it's probably going to melt everything in existence. Now that I gave my take on it, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How do you guys feel about this? Because I know if you guys have been around long enough, especially in the YouTube scene long enough, you have definitely seen these people. You definitely know exactly what I'm referring to. And once again, I'm not generalizing all free-to-play. It's a specific crowd within the free-to-play community. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Genuinely curious about this conversation we're going to have. But if you're going to C0 every unit, there's zero difference. This goes out to the YouTubers. You can C0 every unit and have plenty of free-to-play showcases. Like, there's tons of realistic looks you can get. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ramen.